Yo, what's up, my friends? It's Steve from Straightforward Picks. We got best bets for NFL Week 12 here on Sunday, November 26, 2023. We have NFL player props and spreads here for you today. We're going to have 4 picks that make a great value bets for this Week 12 NFL slate. If you guys are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your support as always. Make sure you guys drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section as well. If you'd like it included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. I'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Also be sure to check out our Discord channel as well. I'll have a link down below in the comment section for that. Access to the chat. More picks and research and stuff like that. It's definitely a great tool. Take advantage of that. Absolutely free to do so. All right, let's get into the results from our previous episodes. This is from Thanksgiving. We ended up going 2-2, and it ended up being a wash for us, pretty much. We did miss our parlays. We were down a little bit of juice there. But overall, not a terrible day, not a good day, just a neutral day. We ended up cashing Sam Laporta over 45.5 receiving yards. He ends the line with 47. He gets a late catch, so he got there for us. We had the Lions minus 7.5, and they absolutely stunk on Thanksgiving. It was so disappointing. Terrible game there by the Lions. We had the Cowboys minus 12.5 spread. They covered this easily. Once again, absolute juggernaut at home. And then finally, we had Christian McCaffrey over 32.5 receiving yards. He lands at 25. So he gets fairly close, just doesn't quite get there. What can you do? We're going to get back after it today, though, guys. Let's get a 4-0 sweep. Let's get after it here today. At number 1, we are going with the Tennessee Titans minus 3.5 spread here versus the Carolina Panthers. Minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. Guys, I love this play right here. The Titans, guys, 3-0 against the spread at home with a plus 13.9 spread differential. And if you look at both these teams, you know, I definitely prefer the quarterback that we got here for the Titans, especially being at home. Will Levis, we've seen the spark from Will Levis. We've seen what he could do. Threw 4 touchdowns in his debut. We haven't really seen a lot from Bryce Young. Bryce Young, as of right now, is kind of being dubbed as a bust, and for good reason. The Panthers are just horrible. Defensively, offensively, it's just a bad scene in Carolina. Them going on the road, I just don't see it in any facet right now, keeping a game close. Even with the Titans, who aren't really that much better. The Titans, not like the Titans are a great football team right now either, but they've been pretty good actually at home. Like I said, 3-0 against the spread at home, and a pretty big spread differential, which you like to see that. And right here, you got the Titans 17th, Panthers 31st in points per game allowed. You got the Titans 27th, Panthers 29th in points per game scored. So I think the Titans, particularly on the defensive side, definitely have an advantage, and at the quarterback position, and even at the running back position. Derrick Henry, obviously, Levis, DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, Titans just have more talent really across the board. And I think Levis is really actually pretty good. I think he'll be able to show that more versus a bad team than he will against, you know, a better team like Jacksonville, which he didn't look, the greatest versus Jacksonville. But I think versus Carolina, I think he'll bounce back and play really strong here. So love it there for number 1 pick. We're going Tennessee Titans minus 3.5 spread here versus the Carolina Panthers minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 2, we are going with Robert Woods over 33.5 receiving yards here for the Houston Texans minus 114 odds here on FanDuel. So Woods, guys, 4-8 so far to this line on the season. I don't typically love to shoot for stuff like that, but Noah Brown, wide receiver for the Texans here, is out, and he's a pretty big contributor for that offense, at least he can be. With him being out last week, we saw Woods get 8 targets, so obviously I like seeing that. If we get 8 targets here on Woods, I feel pretty good about cashing this line, honestly. And Woods in his career is 6 for 6 versus the Jaguars to this line. So obviously I like seeing that. Cashed earlier this season with 34 yards. It was a little bit close, but he still had 6 targets in that game, which I like seeing that. 6 out of the 8 games this season, he's had 6+ targets. Like I said, if we get 6 targets, I'm liking our odds of cashing this bet. I love that really for a line like this. Stroud also is getting better and better each week. The quarterback for the Texans, we know, he's kind of getting himself into the MVP conversation, right? So Stroud really playing better and better, which only bodes well for a guy like Robert Woods. A guy who could put the ball right on him. So obviously I like that. And I still think Woods has something left in the tank. This isn't a crazy line. Really not anything crazy that we got to get here. Just 34 receiving yards. I think he can get that done. Jags here allowing the 4th most passing yards per game as well. So this is a pretty solid matchup for Woods. So love it there for number 2 pick. We're going Robert Woods over 33.5 receiving yards here for the Houston Texans. Minus 114 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 3, we're going with Derek Carr, under 242.5 passing yards here for the New Orleans Saints, minus 115 odds on Rivers. Guys, check your books. On a lot of Hard Rock, I believe it's 247.5. If you have that book, I kind of took the middle line here. FanDuel, I believe, had this at like 237.5. You could take that. I still like it there. But like I said, take your best line. And I'm kind of middling it here with Rivers at 242.5. But Derek Carr, guys, 6 out of 10 to the under to this line, 4 out of 6 under on the road. We like seeing that. Falcons here allowing the 7th fewest passing yards to quarterbacks. So I like that. When Carr has gone over this season, it's been versus a team that allows at least 248.6 passing yards per game. That's much different than what Atlanta allows at 214.5. It's a pretty substantial difference. So I think they can hold Carr under here. This is a divisional game. Going to be a tough game down there in Atlanta on the road. I see this being more of a run game, more of a physical game. They can lean on Kamara here. Tough-nosed division game. Points and yards should be tough to come by. And I think Derek Carr really, he's got some ability, but he doesn't scare me on a consistent basis going over. Like I said, he hasn't done this consistently. He's been under in 6 out of 10 for the season, 4 out of 6 on the road to the under. So love it there for number 3 pick. We're going Derek Carr, under 242.5 passing yards here for the New Orleans Saints, minus 115 here on Rivers. Okay, and finally at number 4, we're going with Javonte Williams, over 52.5 rushing yards here for the Denver Broncos, minus 110 odds here on DraftKings. So we got Javonte Williams, guys, over in 3 out of 4 games, over his last 4 games, 2 of those being home games. Now, what I really liked is he received 20-plus carries in 2 of those last 3 games. He had 11 versus Minnesota. But like I said, in 2 prior to that, he had 27 and 21, which I like seeing that. Here, a home game, they could rely on that running game. I think the Browns, a little bit vulnerable versus the run. You're a little surprised by that because the Browns been such good defense. A little bit vulnerable against the run, particularly on the road as well. Browns 12th in rushing yards allowed, so it's about middle of the pack. It's not like they're a good rush defense, but they could be exposed a little bit. Recently, they gave up 129 yards to Jalen Warren of the Steelers, 66 to Kenneth Walker of the Seahawks on 8 carries. Jonathan Taylor and Zach Moss both cashed versus this team for the Colts with 75 and 57 respectively. In those games, like I said, versus the Seahawks and the Colts were both on the road. So I think Javonte here can run the ball at home. I think the Browns are a little bit vulnerable here, like I said, on the road. They're allowing 110.8 rushing yards per game on the road, substantially different than what they allow at home, so I like that. I also like that you got a rejuvenated Broncos team. I think they're going to come out and hit some people, right? They're going to be a little bit crisper with them blocks. They got something to play for. They're 5-5. This team should be fired up, so I expect them to come out and pretty good run blocking and just blocking in general. That front should be pretty excited to play this game. They need the win. So this should be a physical game, and I think Javonte here could face this pretty reasonable line here for him. So love it there for number 4 pick. We're going Javonte Williams, over 52.5 rushing yards here for the Denver Broncos, minus 110 odds here on DraftKings. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support. We got our NBA Best Bets video out for today as well. Make sure you guys go check that out. I have it linked at the end of this video. Appreciate all of you guys. You guys absolutely rock. Let's have a big day here in the NFL this week. Let's get a 4-0 sweep. We need it, honestly. I don't have any parlays as of right now. I'm probably not going to be putting any out as far as that goes. But appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time. Peace out.